If you're watching this video, you probably already know how valuable learning how to shoot and edit your own videos can be. However, you're probably also really familiar with how complicated it can be to learn how to edit in professional software. In this video, I'm going to show you the one thing I did that helped me learn how to edit faster than I ever thought possible. When a lot of us start out editing, we're really familiar with just general like drag and drop, cut, remove, and that's about it. But obviously when you get into apps like Final Cut Pro or Premiere or DaVinci Resolve, there are so many things you can do inside those softwares in order to actually create the final product that you want. Unlike with cheaper or free editing software, the problem is not that you can't do what you want to do. The problem is you can't remember how to do what you want to do. At least that was true for me when I got started. About a year after I started making my own videos and I decided to do that full time, I got an amazing gift for my birthday. I think my mom bought this for me, to be totally honest with you, but it turned out to be one of the best investments anyone ever made into me and I ever made into myself. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's called the Logic Keyboard. What you're looking at is a keyboard literally designed to tell you all of the secrets to using Final Cut Pro, which is what I prefer to edit in, but they make these for pretty much any editing or creative software out there. This Logic Keyboard is literally covered in normal keys, so you can use it for anything, but it's also color-coded and covered in symbols to tell you how to use it for editing. Between the symbols and codes on the keyboard and this handy little cheat sheet that came in the packaging, I learned not only all the things I could do in Final Cut Pro, but I learned where to find them, and eventually it became muscle memory for me, and I was able to not even look down and know exactly what I was doing. I've probably had my Logic Keyboard now for 6 or 7 years, so they've changed a little bit, but some things they still have today are 2 USB ports on either side that you can attach peripherals to, or even a USB thumb drive with your saved settings, which is kind of fun if you have to edit on someone else's machine. You can carry all of your custom shortcuts with you. It's a wired keyboard. I can't remember honestly why there are 2 USBs here, but one of them is the one I used and one of them works for some other situation. I'm sure somebody in the comments will correct me about that, but it's a pretty slim keyboard. It's definitely full size. And it worked great for me for a really long time. The only reason I stopped using it is because I wanted a smaller keyboard, and so I ended up switching to one of these clicky ones that's got the mechanical buttons that is all the rage right now, and I really like it, and it's wireless, and I really wanted that too. But I mean, I use this and I would still use this happily today, and honestly, there's just nothing that helped me learn how to edit faster than this. If you go to the Logic Keyboard's website, you can see that they've got, I mean, this is just for video editing. They've got graphics software, audio software like Logic Pro, etc. All of these video softwares, they've got keyboards for. So if you're a Final Cut Pro person, hey, great. If you're a Premiere Pro person, they've got multiples, PC or Mac. They start around $140. I think $150 is probably what you should expect to spend. Premiere Pro's actually got a lot more options, probably because it's the most commonly used software, but you can see you can get full size, you can get half size, you can get different colors. I think a lot of these now are mechanical versus the one I have that was kind of the scissor style. So it's super, super quiet, but a little bit soft to my touch, which I didn't love, but you've got options there. So whether you're new at editing or you have someone who works with or for you who's new at editing, this is an incredible tool to help you speed up the learning process and memorize things for a really long time. It's also helpful if you're switching between programs, and let's say you grew up and you've been editing in Premiere forever, but you want to learn Resolve, or you want to add on Resolve to your workflow or Final Cut or whatever. This will help you really know what carries over and what doesn't when it comes to the softwares, because again, they all do the same basic things, but how you get there and how the buttons work to get you there can be a little bit different, and it's really helpful to have something to immediately look at, find your answer in 10 seconds, and not worry about YouTubing or help articling your answers. I'll put links in the description below if you're interested in checking out some of these models. And if you're interested in speeding up your video workflow, I'll also link my course below, 4 Hours to Final Cut, that helps you go from idea to edited video in 4 hours or less. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.